All right, guys, let's have some real talk this morning. If your mornings, and I think we both know exactly what I'm hinting at here, aren't what they used to be, you need to lean in and listen close. You're already pouring that crucial first cup of coffee, right? It's your ritual, your fuel. But what if I told you that adding just a few simple natural ingredients to that exact same cup could fundamentally transform it? Could transform it from a basic wake up drink into a powerful blood flow optimizing, energy sustaining elixir that actually supports your vitality all day long. And yes, even those reliable morning situations you might be missing. I'm Dr. Narita, and for the last 12 years as a urologist, I've dedicated my life to helping men just like you, navigate the sometimes frustrating, often confusing world of performance and aging. I've heard the concerns, I've seen the struggle, and I've diagnosed the issues in thousands of men. And what I've learned is this: sometimes the most potent, game-changing solutions aren't hidden behind a prescription pad. They're sitting right there waiting for you in your kitchen cabinet. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you the 5 simple additions you can put in your coffee. These aren't just internet rumors or feel-good fluff. Everything I'm sharing is supported by actual peer-reviewed medical research. And more importantly, these are the exact things that real guys, my patients, have used to successfully reignite their performance, energy, and overall confidence. Before we dive in, do me a favor. You're here because you want real answers. So hit that like button right now. It helps this vital information reach more men who need it. And drop a comment below and tell me where are you watching from. I love seeing how far this community reaches. Look, I love coffee as much as the next person. It's a cardiovascular kickstart. It wakes up your brain and it gives you that undeniable mental edge. But here's the brutal truth about plain black coffee when you're over 50. It's a spike and crash machine. It gives you a big jolt. Your heart races, your brain lights up, but then inevitably, you crash. You're reaching for cup number 2 by 10 a.m., battling the dreaded mid-morning fog. Biologically, while caffeine is a temporary vasoconstrictor, it narrows blood vessels slightly before a temporary boost. It's not doing a single thing to address the deeper age-related issues that truly matter for male performance. Your testosterone is gently but steadily declining. Your blood vessels are getting stiffer and less flexible, a condition called endothelial dysfunction. Your body's natural production of nitric oxide, the absolute master switch for blood flow and erections, is dropping fast. That quick caffeine hit is like putting a tiny band-aid on a gaping underlying wound. It's temporary. It's masking the problem. We need to stop using coffee as a simple alarm clock and start using it as a vehicle to deliver the premium fuel your body now requires. Think about it. Your body after 50 is like a classic high-performance machine. You wouldn't put cheap regular gasoline in a vintage sports car, would you? It needs the premium stuff. The beautiful thing is, you can transform your coffee routine into a daily, simple act of proactive self-care, using ingredients you can find at any regular grocery store. This is about making your existing habit work smarter, not harder. I want you to understand the gravity of what we're talking about. In my 12 years of urology practice, I've had deep, honest conversations with men from all walks of life. CEOs, truckers, teachers, grandfathers. Every single man I've met agrees. The loss of reliable performance, the dip in energy, the lack of that spark, it takes a profound toll on a man's dignity, his confidence, and his emotional connection to his partner. It's not just a physical problem, it's an emotional and quality of life issue. Many of the pharmaceutical options have side effects, are expensive, and only address the symptom, not the root cause. My mission isn't to replace medication, it's to help you optimize your body's own incredible potential. These 5 coffee additions are rooted in a strategy I call vascular vigor. They target blood flow, hormone support, and cellular health. They empower your body to do what it already knows how to do, just with a little natural boost. So let's turn that coffee cup into your daily power-up. Get ready, we're counting down the 5 essential ingredients that you can literally put in your coffee starting tomorrow. Number 5, the Spice Rack Regulator, Ceylon Cinnamon. Now, I'm not talking about dumping half a jar of that stuff you dust on toast. We're talking about a quarter to a half teaspoon. And here's where it gets critical. Not all cinnamon is created equal. The crucial distinction you must understand. You need to find Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes labeled true cinnamon, not the far more common cassia cinnamon from the grocery store. Why does this matter? Cassia cinnamon contains high levels of coumarin, a compound that can damage your liver if you consume it daily in large amounts. Ceylon cinnamon has almost zero coumarin. It's safe for daily use. And it's the variety that's been studied extensively in clinical research. So when I'm talking about the benefits, I'm specifically talking about Ceylon cinnamon. Here's what this really means for your body. Recent peer-reviewed studies show that cinnamon compounds directly boost nitric oxide production in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. More nitric oxide equals better blood flow. Better blood flow equals better everything. Your heart, your brain, your muscles, and yes, your performance. A 2025 study published in medical journals found that men who consumed cinnamon daily experienced measurable improvements in endothelial function. That's the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels. When your endothelium is healthy, blood flows freely. When it's damaged or dysfunctional, blood flow is restricted. Cinnamon helps protect and repair that critical inner lining. But it doesn't stop there. Cinnamon also helps regulate blood sugar. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes throughout the day, it damages your blood vessels over time. It creates inflammation. It accelerates aging. By stabilizing your blood sugar response, cinnamon is protecting your vascular system from long-term damage. Think of it as putting a protective coating on the inside of your pipes. And here's something most men don't know. Research suggests that cinnamon may support testosterone production. Studies on men showed that regular cinnamon consumption was associated with elevated testosterone levels and improved fertility markers. This isn't magic, it's biology. Cinnamon reduces oxidative stress and inflammation, two things that suppress testosterone as you age. So what does this mean practically? Every morning, when you brew your coffee, add a quarter teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. Stir it in, let it dissolve. You'll barely taste it, but your blood vessels will feel it. Your energy will stabilize, your blood sugar won't roller coaster, and over time, your body's natural vitality mechanisms start working the way they should. This is about reclaiming control, not chasing a quick fix. Number 4, the antioxidant powerhouse, raw cacao powder. Let me be clear, I'm not talking about the sugary hot chocolate mix from childhood. I'm talking about pure, unsweetened, raw cacao powder, the stuff that tastes bitter and earthy. That's the real deal. And it's one of the most powerful vascular health substances on the planet. Cacao is loaded with compounds called flavonoids, specifically a subclass called flavonols. Multiple clinical trials have demonstrated that cocoa flavonols dramatically improve endothelial function and increase blood flow. A 2026 study published just weeks ago found that cocoa flavonols protect endothelial function even during prolonged sitting, which is critical because most men over 50 spend hours sitting at desks, in cars, or on couches. Here's what happens biologically. When you consume cacao flavonols, they trigger your blood vessels to produce more nitric oxide, that same master molecule we talked about with cinnamon. But cacao works through a slightly different pathway, which means when you combine cinnamon and cacao, you're hitting nitric oxide production from two angles. You're doubling down on blood flow optimization. Research published in the American Heart Association Journal showed that men who consumed flavanol-rich cocoa daily experienced significant improvements in coronary circulation. That's blood flow to your heart. Other studies showed improvements in peripheral circulation, blood flow to your extremities, and yes, improved blood flow to all the areas that matter for male performance. But here's what really matters emotionally. When your blood flow improves, you don't just feel it physically, you feel it mentally. Confidence returns. That nagging anxiety about whether things will work when you need them to, it fades. You start feeling like yourself again, like the man you remember being. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about reclaiming who you've always been. Cacao also has profound effects on your mood and mental clarity. The flavonols cross the blood-brain barrier and improve cerebral blood flow. Better blood flow to your brain means sharper thinking, better memory, improved mood. Men in my practice report feeling mentally sharper within days of adding cacao to their routine. Here's the practical application. Add 1 tablespoon of raw cacao powder to your coffee every morning. It will give your coffee a rich, slightly chocolatey depth. If you find it too bitter at first, start with a teaspoon and work your way up. Within a week, you'll crave it. Your body will recognize what it's getting. And the benefits compound over time. This isn't a one-and-done supplement. This is a daily investment in your vascular health that pays dividends for years. Number 3, the collagen connection. Hydrolyzed collagen peptides. Now, most men think collagen is something for women worried about wrinkles. That couldn't be further from the truth. Collagen is the structural protein that holds your entire body together. Your skin, yes, but also your joints, your tendons, your muscles, and critically, your blood vessels. As you age, your body produces less collagen. By age 50, you're producing about half the collagen you did at 20. And here's what that means for your cardiovascular system. Your arteries and blood vessels are made of collagen. When collagen production drops, your blood vessels lose elasticity. They become stiff, rigid, less responsive. This condition, called arterial stiffness, is one of the primary drivers of cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and yes, erectile dysfunction. Recent studies show that supplementing with hydrolyzed collagen peptides can improve blood vessel elasticity and reduce arterial stiffness. A study on men found that those who took collagen daily for 12 weeks showed measurable improvements in arterial flexibility and reductions in markers of atherosclerosis, the hardening of the arteries. Here's what this really means. When your arteries are flexible, they can expand and contract properly. Blood flows freely. Your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Your blood pressure stays stable. And critically, when blood needs to rush to a specific area for performance, your vessels can accommodate that demand. When your vessels are stiff, they can't. They're locked. Blood flow is restricted. But collagen does something else equally important. It supports the structural integrity of the tissues involved in male function. The smooth muscle tissue, the connective tissue, all of it relies on collagen. When you give your body the building blocks it needs, it can repair and maintain these structures properly. Men in my practice who add collagen report improvements in joint health, muscle recovery, energy levels, and yes, performance. It's not an overnight transformation. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use to see measurable benefits. But once it kicks in, the difference is undeniable. You feel structurally stronger, more resilient, more capable. Practically speaking, add 1 scoop, usually about 10 to 15 grams, of unflavored hydrolyzed collagen peptides to your coffee every morning. It dissolves completely. It's tasteless. You won't even know it's there, but your body will. And over time, you'll notice the difference in how you feel, how you move, and how you perform. Number 2, the amino acid amplifier. L-citrulline or watermelon powder. Stay with me here because this is where the science gets really exciting. L-citrulline is an amino acid that your body converts into L-arginine, which is then converted into nitric oxide. It's a direct precursor to the molecule that controls blood flow. Now, you might be thinking, why not just take L-arginine directly? Great question. Here's the answer. When you consume L-arginine by mouth, most of it gets broken down in your liver before it ever reaches your bloodstream. L-citrulline bypasses this breakdown. It gets absorbed intact, travels to your kidneys, gets converted to L-arginine there, and floods your bloodstream with the exact compound your blood vessels need to produce nitric oxide. Clinical studies show that L-citrulline supplementation significantly increases nitric oxide production, improves blood flow, and enhances endothelial function. A study published in the Journal on Vascular Health found that men who took L-citrulline daily experienced improvements in blood pressure, arterial stiffness, and overall cardiovascular function. But here's where it gets even better. L-citrulline is abundant in watermelon. In fact, watermelon is one of the richest natural sources. Watermelon powder, which is just dehydrated watermelon, contains concentrated amounts of L-citrulline. So you can either take pure L-citrulline powder or you can use watermelon powder and get the benefits along with additional antioxidants and nutrients. What does this mean for your daily experience? More nitric oxide means your blood vessels are relaxed, responsive, and ready. It means when your body needs blood flow, whether for physical exertion, mental focus, or intimate performance, your vascular system can deliver. You're not fighting against stiff, unresponsive vessels. You're working with a system that's primed and ready. Men who add L-citrulline to their routine report noticeable improvements in energy, stamina, and yes, performance. It's not a stimulant. It's not giving you a false sense of energy. It's optimizing the fundamental mechanism your body uses to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every cell. Here's the practical side. Add about 2 to 3 grams of L-citrulline powder to your coffee, or 1 tablespoon of watermelon powder. If you use watermelon powder, it adds a subtle fruity note to your coffee that's actually quite pleasant. If you use pure L-citrulline, it's virtually tasteless. Either way, you're flooding your system with the raw material it needs to produce nitric oxide all day long. Number 1. The fat that fuels. MCT oil or grass-fed butter. All right, we've reached number 1, and this one ties everything together. MCT oil, which stands for medium-chain triglycerides, or grass-fed butter if you prefer, provides your body with a clean, sustained energy source that doesn't spike your blood sugar and doesn't crash your energy. Here's the biological reality. When you consume MCT oil, your liver converts it directly into ketones, which are an alternative fuel source for your brain and body. Ketones provide steady, long-lasting energy without the blood sugar roller coaster. They also have anti-inflammatory properties and support mitochondrial function, which is the energy production system inside every cell. But here's what most men don't realize. Healthy fats are critical for hormone production. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. If you're avoiding fat, you're starving your body of the raw material it needs to produce testosterone. Grass-fed butter contains vitamins A, D, E, and K2, all of which support hormone health, cardiovascular function, and overall vitality. When you add MCT oil or butter to your coffee, you're doing several things at once. You're slowing the absorption of caffeine, which prevents the spike and crash. You're providing sustained energy that lasts for hours. You're supporting your hormone production, and you're keeping your blood sugar stable, which protects your blood vessels from damage. This is about giving your body what it actually needs, not what trendy diets tell you to avoid. Fat isn't the enemy. Processed junk is the enemy. Quality fat is fuel. It's medicine. It's the foundation of vitality. Practically, add 1 tablespoon of MCT oil or 1 tablespoon of grass-fed butter to your coffee. Blend it for 10 to 15 seconds if you can. It creates a creamy, frothy texture that's absolutely delicious. It feels indulgent, but it's functional. It's fuel that your body recognizes and uses efficiently. Men who make this switch report sustained energy throughout the morning, improved mental clarity, reduced mid-morning hunger, and a general sense of feeling more balanced and capable. You're not riding the caffeine wave up and down. You're riding a steady, powerful current of sustained energy. Bringing it all together, your daily ritual. So let me recap what we've covered. Every morning, you're going to brew your coffee just like you always do. But now you're adding 5 simple ingredients that transform it into a vascular health powerhouse. 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon for nitric oxide production and blood sugar control. 1 tablespoon of raw cacao powder for flavonoid-driven endothelial function. 1 scoop of hydrolyzed collagen peptides for arterial elasticity and structural support. 2 to 3 grams of L-citrulline or 1 tablespoon of watermelon powder for nitric oxide amplification. 1 tablespoon of MCT oil or grass-fed butter for sustained energy and hormone support. This isn't complicated. It takes 60 seconds to prepare, and it works. Not because it's trendy, not because some influencer told you to, but because it's targeting the root biological mechanisms that decline as you age. You're supporting nitric oxide production. You're improving endothelial function. You're stabilizing blood sugar. You're providing your body with the raw materials it needs to produce hormones, repair tissues, and maintain vascular health. This is about reclaiming your vitality, your confidence, your sense of self. It's about walking into each day knowing your body is working with you, not against you. It's about those morning moments returning. It's about feeling capable again, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. It's about dignity. I've seen this work for thousands of men who were frustrated, embarrassed, resigned to aging poorly. Men who tried this simple daily ritual and within weeks felt like themselves again. Not superhuman, not 25 years old, but capable, confident, alive. Now, I want to be clear, this isn't a replacement for medical care. If you have serious cardiovascular issues, diabetes, or other health conditions, talk to your doctor before making changes. But for most men over 50, these are safe, natural, research-backed additions that support what your body is trying to do anyway. Give it 30 days. Commit to this ritual for 1 month. Add these 5 ingredients to your coffee every single morning. Track how you feel. Track your energy. Track your performance. I'm willing to bet you'll notice a difference. And once you do, you won't want to go back. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Are you going to try this? Which ingredient are you most excited about? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this valuable, share it with another man who needs to hear this. We don't talk about these issues enough, but they matter. Your vitality matters, your confidence matters, you matter.